Beautiful souls, you have to understand how important it is that you realize that your thoughts become things, and we've all been conditioned. Happy full moon blessings. There's a lunar eclipse. You're going to have all kinds of things coming up, I'm sure. The energy is so powerful. You're not alone. But I have been watching everyone feel so stuck. And as they're watching me take risks, I feel like it's maybe activating in people. But here's the thing. I've worked at a homeless shelter, and I watched these beautiful, beautiful souls where I could see with my soul that it was the way they were treated. It becomes down to like how you feel about yourself. And all of it was life did that to them. It wasn't them. And it just, you get defeated and then you give up. And I could see the potential so clearly, how each of these souls could easily transform their life if they just believed in it. But when you're dark and when everything is heavy, it takes a lot of determination. It takes persistence. You have to want to, because I need you to know that on the other side of all of that darkness, there is light. But only you can believe that. I can try and lead the horses to water all day, every day, and they won't drink. But I remember one person saying to me at one time, but you can know you've salted their oats. And I didn't know what that meant at first. And then I realized, okay, it's like, if I've salted their oats and maybe they're going to get thirsty and one day maybe they'll drink, and I may never see that day, but that's okay. I've done my part, just salting the oats. Because it takes a lot to like go, okay, well, everything I've ever believed is wrong then? Everything that it's true. It's so much of it is true, because we have to look at like, where did I even get all of those beliefs? Again, so many souls that are struggling, it's because of a direct result of what you've been dished in life, but you're not what you were dished in life. You're a beautiful soul with so much to live for. And if you're hanging around the wrong people or in the wrong environment, or if your home is filled with clutter, if you just have so much stuff around you and within you, then yeah, how can we be clear? So I would start with purge those old thoughts, purge the stuff around you, purge maybe your environment, people, things, whatever is going to help you release. Because if you make room for something new can find you. If you don't keep doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results, which is insanity, things can change. But what does that mean? Okay, so you start to go, well, what can I do? Well, if you, for every day you get up and you're like, then you're gonna start with, even just the minute you wake up, just thank you. Just, I've started that years ago, and then it just like, whether you feel like you're lying or not, just say thank you. And then I love to say like, hi, brand new day. Hi, brand new day. I wonder what kind of blessings will find me today. Surprise me. And then have that anticipation, have that expectation. Because here's what we've been conditioned to do. Expect the not so good stuff, because it just keeps showing up. But that's the law of attraction. That's the energy that we're putting out comes back. And so if every day of your life you're going bah humbug, life's going to keep showing you reasons to feel that way. But the opposite of it is absolutely true. You're never taught this in school. They don't teach us. It's happy, sad, mad. Look at how two of those are very, very dark. And that's what they're enforcing today. They've never even touched on happy. They never even taught us what that means, because it's within you. You have to have, anticipate and expect that great things are going to happen to you. And then know what those great things are. What do you want? If there's something in you, then you're like, right now, I just want freedom. I want to have experiences. I want to collect moments, not things. I want to allow my soul to guide me, and I'm just going to do what feels right in each moment. I'm no longer going to think about 5-10 years from now. I can dream big and anticipate and expect great things to happen, but I'm not attached. Let's just see. How could it get any better than this? That's something I say every day too. How could it get any better than this? Show me. Do you know what? Even when things are going hard, ask that question. How could it get any better than this? And then let the universe show you, but be anticipating it, expect it, because otherwise you're stuck in that cycle of going, well, you're just my luck. Well, sure enough. Well, look at that. Of course, always has to happen to me. Like, do you see how everything about that is anticipating it? You're expecting it. And then you may say to me, yeah, but it's been consistent my whole life. Okay, I remember having that same feeling at about 28 or so. And DMX, that beautiful artist, I love him so much, he saved my life. I have a video about it. His lyrics, just because you say it is, just because for the past 20 years every day it is, only I can stop the rain. Okay, do you see how deep that is? Like, I didn't even know how deep it was when I was hearing it back then, but it definitely resonated in my soul and made me realize, I gotta shift something here. Didn't know what it was, but I literally at that moment started to say, I just made something up. I said, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm rich. None of it was resonating or real at that time. I was totally lying, but just every time I would start to feel any of that heaviness, I was like, I've got to stop this rain. And so what do I really want? I want to feel happy and healthy and strong and rich and loved and all of it. So I just kept saying, I am. And then it took decades later, but I came into into energy healing and all of it and learning like these are really powerful things. I was given downloads. I always talk about my angels always being guided because I let myself feel, and I ask questions and I read and I pray and I meditate and whatever I've got to do to feel connected to source and to all. I know I have all the answers within me. You have to know you have all the answers within you. What gets hard is when you get an answer and you're like, for me, okay, I'm just going to take a risk. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to sell everything. I'm just going to give her. It's only difficult when everyone around you can understand it and then wants to project that, which is why so many people stay stuck, because it happens to us as we're growing up. Our whole life as a little kid, you might have been like playing something and being like, I'm going to do this one day. And everyone around you might have broke that down by going, well, let's be logical and rational. What are you going to do if? Have you thought about that? What about? And what? Like, and then guess what? You start to go, oh, okay. However, fast forward decades later for me, getting more into my mindset of prosperity and love and light and knowing that I'm a magnet and attracting the right ones. Then you start to have wild, awesome ideas, and the people, places, and things around you support it. And you're no longer in the world you thought was your reality. You're now all of a sudden in it. And let me just pause and back up, jump in here. That was 6 months I spent alone. I moved across and got into a place by myself, knew nobody, absolutely nobody. And for 6 months, I stayed alone. Like, of course, I interact with everybody. I love every soul I see, but I didn't know anyone, right? And I was able to stay alone, which is not lonely, because I'm always connected. And so are you. You're never alone. I know the army is always above us and above you. Believe that. And then I just took the time to really get to know myself and realize I'm rewriting my story. I've cut down the tree and it can regrow my brand new tree of life. And I get to choose from this point forward if I'm going to repeat cycles, if I'm going to allow the same type of people into my life. Because it don't matter where you go, you can repeat the same cycles and create the same life. It's about what you're choosing in each moment that's going to shift your new reality. Does this make sense? Is this resonating? I really hope that during this full moon that everybody is having this rising of like clarity and awareness of what really matters. And don't be afraid to be like, I'm done. This is whatever is resonating with you. You just even start with journaling it. Just write it down so that you can start to make it real. Does that make sense? We've got to brainwash ourselves back into our power. It's not going to be taught to you, and you're not going to find it on the news, and you're not going to, I don't care what Netflix show you watch, you are being it's so dark. If you're not seeking out the wisdom and the love and the light, and you're going into anything mainstream, it is owned by like a handful of people who are on an agenda that's not for the greatest and highest good. Okay, so I don't know if you feel that, but anything that you clicked on, I'm sure, other than people like me who are like trying to authentically share, and they're calling us all kinds of things so that you won't want to hear us. But if it resonates and you feel a lift within your vibration, that's what you want. No? Is that not what you're asking for in life? You're looking for like something make me feel happy, loved, connected. This is what we are here for. Pure love and light. Know that. Believe in it. You are pure love and light. The world just made you think it's dark. But look at the light. This is amazing. Like, grab it, bring it into you. I do that all the time. Like, everything is intention. Whatever you want to believe is your reality. So bring this love and light into you. Ask to be cleared and cleansed of all that no longer serves you, from your ego, from habits, from conditioning, from anything that just doesn't serve you has got to go. Release, clear, delete, cancel, command it, and ask for absolute new clarity, divinity, and your connection with source to be at its ultimate power so that you can rise and shine. That's what I'm always talking about. Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for being here. Thank you so much for sharing this journey with me, because together is how we rise. We can't do anything alone. This is, again, what they've done is segregated us, separated us, and taught us to be like, oh, be that strong individual. If you don't want you want something done right, do it yourself. Ah, false. Nothing great was ever done alone. I don't care who you see on a podium receiving an award. They didn't do that alone. They have a whole team, thousands probably behind them, that helped them get to that moment. But only that one person appears to have done it themselves. No. Nothing is ever done alone. So please know that it's time for us to unite, have communities of unity, bring back the love and light that's within you, ignite it, get excited, expect it, start going for it, and you're going to have all these like wow moments. You're going to blow your own mind, and that's exactly what happened for me. And then you want more of that, and then you're going to get addicted to that, and then all of a sudden it'll be your life. Takes work. I'm not saying it's going to come easy. This has been decades for me, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Take the time, make the time. You're choosing, and we have the same 24 hours in every day. And if you're spending how much of it scrolling on something that's just feeding your mind and making you feel less and less happy, then why are you doing that? If you want something else, it's a choice. And I love you. And I'm really, really praying that we all rise, because this is what we're here for now. We have to, or it's, we're going one way or the other. And so choose wisely. You have all the answers within you. You feel it. Much love. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. Much love and light.